Nice to meet you, Leah.
Nice to meet
For
you.
the first time. We had, she's a poet. I call it a general. She's a writer, singer, rapper. Has a lot of good things going on. Very special, creative, and from the city of Philadelphia.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how's life been for Leah?
Life has been interesting. It's been a learning experience, and I'm grateful for every turn that I've made throughout my journey. So I'm excited to be here with you to explain a little bit more. I usually don't do these, but I'm getting out of my comfort zone lately. So
yeah, and it's a known fact when you get out your comfort zone, people. This is not for her. This is for the people watching. For me personally, I done met a lot of great people from just getting out of my comfort zone, walking up to somebody and starting a conversation.
yes,
and also saying good morning to people. You never know who you're saying good morning to. I mean, be polite. And a lot of people, I understand that. And standoffish don't get you rich, it don't take you nowhere at all.
talk about it. Like, it's too many people, and I'm the same type of way. I walk up to a stranger, have a good day, have a good one. Like, what's wrong with being polite? You get what you give.
Yeah.
So
and then right now, since I'm 24, when I turned 21, I had a real moment that came to me when I was alone. You really set the tone for your day. You know what I mean? When you wake up, you really set the tone. I'm not waking up mad. I'm not going to bed mad either. That's when it comes to having arguments with people, I'm not letting one little thing depict my whole day. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, right, you can have something really messed up going on. Your whole aura is just all the way messed up, and then you can run into somebody that can really help your business or help you in a different way. You can have a conversation with them or get in a relationship or friendship.
yeah.
But you blasted them all because you didn't set the tone for your day. You let other people dictate what you had going on.
I'm not gonna hold you, Sean. I got a little bit of a it's like, I don't know. I feel I take things personally, I think sometimes. Okay. But I'm starting to let that energy and push it into my music. Okay. Like when I feel overwhelmed within a situation, I'll just use my music as an outlet to get it off my chest, because I just feel like, I don't know, when people do things, it gets me upset sometimes, but you gotta let people do them, and then you do you. You can't let that dictate how you move, and that's what I'm learning as well. I'm young, I'm 21, so you said you learned that at 21.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But I will say that I think I learned that too now this year, is that you can't let one little thing, or even a series of things throughout your day, mess up what you planned for that day. If you plan to get something done, or you plan to be in a certain mode, stick to that. Don't let that get to you, because usually it was a plan. They plotted to destroy your day.
Yeah, I think it all sums up me now. The reason I don't take stuff personally now when it comes to a lot of things is people don't know me personally, but you just gotta sum it up that a lot of people are unhappy out here. You just have to understand that
miserable.
People hate to see somebody else smile. And you actually think about that, how crazy that is. You're mad that somebody has a reason to smile, because we all actually do have a reason to smile. And your whole life could be going downhill. It could be stuff going on in your life that may not be going your way, but at the end of the day, you're still breathing. That's
right.
And people really forget that. So I want to dive into your music. The first song I ever heard of you from was "That's Deep."
That's deep.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't that deep.
Yeah. So when it comes to the song "That Deep," what was your thought process when it came to creating that song?
So actually, that's one of the songs that I had written for me by my creative director / cousin, Kenny Sullivan. Okay. He's been doing music. He's been in the music industry for a little while now. Knows a lot of people throughout Philly, but he's more behind the scenes. But he came to me with the demo, and I felt like I could bring it to life, because he was singing it as the male perspective, well, with his voice, and I had to put my spin on it. So, but honestly, I as soon as I heard it, I felt connected to it, because, as a female in Philly, we be going through it in our relationship. And not even a female, just period. People in Philly, we go through it sometimes in our relationship. So I felt like, all right, this is my time to really release that energy in this song, and it really it really don't be that deep. It never be that deep. So, what the I don't know what he was going through when he wrote that, but I feel like it really was meant for me though. And he said that he had another girl that he wanted to do it, but she wasn't trying to do it. So I went in there, did it real fast, and it just worked. Yeah. So
that's what's up though. But speaking of relationships with Philly, right? I feel like mainly everybody has a social media in Philly, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like every day I open the social media app, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, anything. When it comes to relationships in Philly, it's like the main thing is like toxicness.
I don't like that word.
Yeah, it's like everybody talking about somebody else's relationship or somebody arguing and stuff like that. Like,
I don't like that word toxic. I just feel like it's immature a little bit to me.
Okay.
Because the things that people call toxic are like human. Because we're all human and we all do things off a natural response sometimes.
Okay.
Without when you're not consciously thinking of your actions. If a person isn't mature enough, then they're toxic.
Yeah.
But
the word I use for like my relationships or just like dealing with people, I say draining.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people can be draining in ways they do not even really know.
Yeah.
Like a person could be doing a particular thing to you and they feel like it's regular because of how other people perceived it and took it in, but like we're all made different. Like in relationships, like for now for me, cause me being 25, being a dad as well, like insecure. People being insecure, people putting past trauma onto you. I think that's a big thing. I think people have to come to a new relationship healed.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't need to.
You believe that? I believe that to a point.
Yeah.
Because at this, I mean, you'll be 25. That's still young. Yeah. We're all young.
Yes.
And if depending on the timeline or how long you went through it, I mean, if you liked a female and she told you she was unhealed and she wanted to take time to heal, would you take that seriously or would you say, oh, you know, like, because I don't feel like people really take how long does healing take? Is that even a timeline that you can count? Like, so, and if it's a person that you care about, would you not stick by their side or would you have to push yourself put yourself first?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that, right? So, when it comes to that, right, if I really like the person, I would stay, right? But people have to understand it's different levels of draining. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't want to argue every day.
First of all, there should be no draining. Even if you're in a healing process, there should be no drainage of another human being.
Exactly. I'm here as myself. I'm here to build something with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to build something with you. I'm not here to deal with what your past do or like for guys in the situation getting drained by a girl. Oh no, for a girl getting drained by a guy with the guy past do. Well, past girl did.
That's not healing. That's not even healing. They're not even in the healing process if they're still stuck on the past. Now, accepting the past and acknowledging the past, that's healing. But being stuck in the actions that somebody else did you from your past, that means you're still hurt behind that. That means you're not working through it if you're still talking about the past. But people think that they're healing because they acknowledge that they need to do it. But that mean they're actually taking the steps to heal? No.
Yeah. So how do you feel about limitations in relationships?
Limitations.
So you're in a relationship. Right?
Yes.
So say if your boyfriend tells you like, oh, you can't go out with your girlfriends.
Oh.
For your girls, you can't go on a girls trip with your friends.
No.
Yeah.
Because we're still humans.
Exactly.
And we both have our own lives. Actually, this conversation came up a couple of days ago, and we both agreed that we kind of don't really have too many friends anyways. We do want to build I do personally want to build up my friendship just as far as like having people that I can count on within the industry or just around me that I can know. But he's not going to control me. Yeah. He's not in control of me, but I respect him. So I wouldn't do anything that he would deem disrespectful because I know him. When you know your man, you don't do things that would make him not like that because It's a little hot because when you're from Philly, you really independent. You want to do you. You want to you think it's okay to act like that, but it's not if you want a relationship to work. You still have to think of the other person.
Yeah, and I think people just gotta understand your relationship would never grow if you put shackles on your partner at all. Because it's a simple thing. Is like, why do people? Like, I know I say most girls and guys as well, right? Mm-hmm. Why do they equate going outside as cheating? Like, it's just like oh yeah, I'm going outside with the bros, or I'm going outside with my homegirls and stuff like that.
It depends.
Yeah.
How are you communicating where you're going? Are you letting your partner know where you're going?
Yeah.
Or are you just straight going outside? Do you give them do you acknowledge their feelings if because some women might want to be around their man all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not that. I do want to be around my man all the time, but I know that you need space sometimes. Like sometimes you need time to miss each other, but I miss my man all the time. So I don't know, but
oh man, shout out to bro. So would you say that it's important for even though you say you know what I mean, you have a few friends that's close with you.
Yeah.
Would you say it's important to have friendships outside of your relationship, or have a life outside of your relationship?
Just the conversation that we was bringing up. Yes, I do, because not only have I seen it, but I've went through it where I feel like I was dependent on that person to make me feel good or feel happy throughout the day, because I didn't have too many people around me at the time that I could do what I wanted to do with. So I felt like that was their position. Like, all right, we got to go out. If I want to go to this place, me and him have to go. We still have to start. I'm trying to romanticize my own life, not only with him but by myself. It should be things that I can do as a woman. If I want to go out and he's busy at the time, even though we go I don't know, these questions I can answer, but also I feel like it depends on your personalized life. It just depends.
And I think also when it comes to me personally, when it comes to relationships, right? I would want the woman I'm talking to or I'm building a life with to have a life outside of me. I mean, have something you're chasing and stuff like that, right? That's why I tell people all the time, I don't feel like when somebody said, oh yeah, my girl is my world, oh my guy's my world, that's fine and all, but I feel like you shouldn't just center your life around one person.
Yeah, it's a piece of your world.
Exactly.
It's
it really is a piece, because it's when it comes to the point of all right, say that person isn't treating you the best at this time, it's your world's all messed up.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, so.
And that's all you have to fall back on is this broken world. So you have to have a cushion for yourself. But at the same time, I don't know. I think it helps when you have a partner that's either in the realm that you're in or close to the realm. I feel like compatibility is key in a successful relationship. You can't have two different. You should have two separate lives, but it can't be too far off to where it doesn't work. You see what I'm saying? You're always busy and this person is always home, or vice versa. So,
yeah, I believe that. And would you say, you being an artist, right, and a poet, would you say that it's important for a person to find someone that's in their line of work?
I mean, no, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. I honestly never used to want that.
Okay.
My grandmom told me, what's the saying she used to say? Basically don't mix business with pleasure.
Okay.
And I agree to a point in a certain sense, but at the same time, if it's beneficial, if you and the person are both helping each other within the lanes that y'all are in, then I feel but you just have to have boundaries. Because then when you're mixing relationship problems with the business, that's when it's you're clashing in this lane, but you might need to get something done business wise. Yeah. But it's just, you have to have a good communication with your partner. You can't not be communicating in a sense where if y'all working together, if y'all have business ties together, it has to be a good communication.
Yeah, because me being a podcaster, and I also have my own clothing company as well, as the Convo. And also,
yes, sir, ski.
Yeah.
Get into it.
It's always around. But when it comes to me doing podcast clothes, and also I really want to work with artists, different creatives. It could be a person that be a business owner. I really just want to collab with people and help me help you and you help me in a sense, right? But I want somebody to understand like the grind behind this and how my mind is in 100 different places at once because I'm trying to build something from the ground up.
Yes.
And I may not just like when I don't want to talk. It's not that I have an attitude. It's just the point of like I'm really thinking on my next move. From a person that like I'm an independent business owner, like I've invested thousands of dollars into clothes, podcasting and stuff like that. I done made money too with this stuff, sales, but like it's days where stuff is slow. So I'm like I'm figuring out different ways to really distribute whatever I got going on. So it's like that be my mind frame because I've been told in the past that like you're very like sometimes I'm standoffish when I'm in grind mode, but it's like I get irritated when I'm thinking about my next move, my next plot, and then someone is bringing, how can I say, like a different line of questioning to me when it comes to something that like my mind isn't even in that realm. Like,
no, I feel you, and I feel like we all go through that as trying to be like, well, not trying to be, but up and coming entrepreneurship is like super hard to transition from going to like work a job to just no, like this is the only thing left to do. Like I'm pushing my brand, pushing myself. You don't really want to hear none of that other stuff. Like if you're not helping me get to it, then I don't want to hear your opinion. I don't want to hear your advice. But sometimes I think in that moment I try to like listen sometimes. Even when I don't want to hear it, it may just be something I may need to hear. But I don't know. So
and I'm glad you said that too, right? Because I don't know if you heard this before. People say I will never take advice from someone who I don't want to be. Right?
I've said that before.
Now, granted, right now, like,
but kinda you can though, so you won't be that.
Exactly. But then I tell people all the time, all right, like some people are good at taking in energy, and that's it. And then some people are good at executing. You know what I'm saying? So like I listen to a lot of older guys, 65, 70 and stuff like that. I had conversations at work or even outside work at the barbershop.
Yeah.
Like they may not be millionaires, right? But a person of that age has you get there from being smart. I mean,
you're right. They're wiser. Listen, sometimes, all right, the person might not be where you want to be, but they have understanding. They've walked the road that you're just now walking. They've already walked that road. Yeah. So they can give you some wise advice sometimes, but
you never know. And also, I like this. No matter how rich I will ever get or how mainstream I'll ever get when it comes to how big my name is and stuff like that, I'm never too good to hear somebody out when it comes to actual genuine advice. You know what I mean? I'm never going to say, oh, yeah, I'm already better than you, or why would I take advice from you?
I get my best advice from the people out in the street. I'm not going to hold you because I still go to work, y'all. Like, honestly, we grinding and doing our own thing. We making music, but we still got to make our money. So on my travels downtown, I'm like, you meet so many different people going to work, trying to get some food, trying to get some money, whatever, and you never know what advice or whatever can just make your whole day or teach you something that you couldn't get from somebody right next to you. So you're right. You gotta listen and take advantage of any, opportunity to learn.
And I see on the internet a lot, right? I want to tap into this topic. People have to stop equating money as success in a sense, right? So, because any of us can have 10, 100, or $1 million, right? But let's be honest, are you really successful at the end of the day, right? I feel like success for me is a situation. I'm doing good, my family's healthy and stuff like that, but people have to stop equating money to success.
Yeah.
I feel like we prioritize money too much. Like, if I don't have $30,000 in my bank account, I'm really going haywire. My life is messed up.
Because people don't realize that it's like you give value to anything. We give value to what is deemed valuable. It's not valuable unless we make it valuable. Sure. The paper, the money, whatever. If you put that same value into yourself, you would be naturally abundant. But we put it into the money because that's the only way we see people having a successful life is they have the money. But what they don't see is that it probably wasn't even that money that made them feel that way, though. It was the other things around it. Now, money can bring you comfortability, but it's temporary if you are not comfortable within yourself.
And when it comes to people prioritizing money, putting all their hopes on money. You think that is the cause of so much crime nowadays?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Because a lot of people that never had nothing, they feel like they gotta go take it from somebody that do got it or some. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I wanted to speak about this one thing on this episode. Rest in peace, LGBTQI. He's a person I had the chance to meet a few times. Always had great energy. Anytime I saw him, was always trying to big up his community and stuff like that. And when I heard the news, it was very disheartening to hear what he got. He died over, you know. And it's just like over a piece of jewelry that really isn't even probably worth any life changing type of thing. That's really going to change your life and stuff like that. And it's really sad that people are okay with taking the life of a young man, a father, a brother, an uncle. I mean, most importantly, a son as well. That really was his main thing was to really big up his community.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how do you feel like the Philadelphia? Not saying teens, but just people. Period. I think all ages commit crimes in the city of Philadelphia. How do you think we can stop that or lower it? We can't really stop crime. So.
How do I feel like we can talking about it more.
Yeah.
Talking about the issues more, like making it like instead of making it a joke or laughing on somebody's life, because you never know. My father was killed by gun violence.
Okay.
So when I heard that about LGBT, I was hurt behind it, because not only was he a young man pushing something that was real in our city and that he wanted differently, it was like it hit home for me. Yeah. So honestly, that's what I do with my music, is trying to change the narrative of what we want to do and like how we want to come off as a city. I feel like the more you just be you, the next person to be them and the next person to be them, and it's like now we moving in with the cycle of change. Mm-hmm. The more you try to chase something that's not you, you falling towards that path and down to nowhere. Like honestly, like people trying to prove something to nobody's. Yeah. Not like that, because we're all somebody. But if you don't believe that, then what are you? What do you fall? If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. So
that's true. And most importantly, sorry for your loss as well.
Thank you.
I really apologize. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. And it really just stems from our community as a whole. Like now, I've been in scuffles with people. I mean, guns pointed out to me a few different occasions in my life. And as I got older now, me having a child, mm-hmm. I have a 1-year-old daughter. My new phrase is it really worth it?
And half of these people that are doing these things, they don't feel like they have anything to live for.
That's the sad part. That's the sad part.
And it's like they don't see what they doing to families, to whole families, and the like you said, daughters and sons and stuff like that. You taking a piece of them from them. So I just feel like all the people that think that this killing stuff is okay, or they standing behind something, rethink your actions, bro. Because I believe in karma. I believe in people want to go back and get revenge when let God handle that. Let that be the universe's choice.
Yeah. Also, me being about to turn 25 this summer, I had to distance myself from certain friends.
Yeah.
Ever since me becoming a father, and it's not me switching up on them. It's just like noticing that I can't afford to be around people that say they don't got nothing to lose. I mean, I got everything to lose. Even when I didn't have a daughter, I still felt like I had a lot to lose.
Because you knew what you wanted and you knew what you were working towards. So it's like when people don't see their future, and misery loves company. When people don't see their future, it's like they want you to be right by their side where they doing something terrible to their life. And it's not like a judgment thing, but when you also see I tend to see everybody's potential. Yeah. So none of the people that's out on the street right now, I feel like they should not be there. I don't care how bad it got. I don't care. They just should be. I don't know. I really do want to have more community talks, though. I talked about that in the past with certain other people in the industry. Like, I want to have a big group conversation. I feel like if we talked about it as a people, it would be more stuff getting done. And I feel like that's how the change would happen. More conversation about it.
Yeah, and people gotta understand too. Like I said this before to in my barbershop, we have a lot of talks. Mm-hmm. I said a lot of them younger guys, younger women as well that you see in the city. I can say they're terrorizing the city and stuff like that, right? Those are a lot of potential plumbers, electricians, people that could be dentists, basketball players, football players, baseball players are getting a trade or something like that. It's so many people that have potential to do a lot of great things. And I say that for the simple fact of it's not really hard at becoming those things I just said. All I got to do is put the work in and execute. That's all.
It's not hard, but let's talk about mental health.
Yes.
Let's talk about how that controls you sometimes. Like depression, undiagnosed, mental illnesses is real, especially in the Black community.
Yeah, untreated trauma is a real big thing.
Untreated trauma is a real big, like, it will make or break you. Yeah. It could be character development, or it could be the reason why you go out. So it's like we have to start taking that more serious as well. Like, we don't take men's mental health as serious. I feel like this is why it leads to people getting killed, people being addicted to drugs, people being out in the street or doing things that they probably never would have seen themselves doing to get money. Yeah. It's sad.
And I got a friend, right? I'm not gonna say his name. I don't want to put his business out there, but I have a friend who has lost at least 5 to 6 of his friends to gun violence within the last 4 summers, right? And one day we was out for drinks. I had to ask. I said, "Bro, are you doing okay?" Mm-hmm. Like, I really wanted to act like he thought I was. Cause we joke around a lot. I said, "Are you doing okay?" Like, I noticed like you really lost 6 friends in the last 4 summers, and I said cause it's like you go to school together, middle school. These is like friends of his that he knew since he was a kid, like 5, 6 years old. And it's like I had to act like you're really okay. Cause like you really just like when people lose a lot of friends or like family, or you lose like a parent or something like that, you really say like, all right, is it even really worth living anymore? I think that's the point where a lot of people are at these days. I think people have been through so much. It's like, all right, they're just saying, fuck it. All right, like, it is what it is now. This person not here no more. Because a lot of people live for their parents, live for their children, live for their friends, and stuff like that.
See, it was unfortunate, but it was also like, must have been for this time for me. Like I had, as a young child, I had to learn that I can't live for nobody but me. Yeah. Even before the, unexpected thing happened to my father, I still learned that you can't live for nobody but yourself. Sure. Because at the end of the day, we're all gonna go. Yeah. And we can't base, when you lose somebody, you definitely don't want to live without them. Yeah. But when you think of it as their essence is always living through you, you start to get more excited about living, because now you realize like you got more to learn, and it's not over until it's over. So yeah. And no, the more you said, like, I lost a couple of people that I went to school with right before my day. It was like that whole summer of 2021 that I was losing people. Yeah. And even before then, I lost my cousin in 2009 after he did it. He was in jail for years, came home immediately and got shot. So it was like, we got to start really talking to our people, like really talking and caring about what they going through, because we don't care until it's over. And now we sad that we lost them when we could have maybe, helped them see their path. True. If we cared enough. But it's every man for themselves, I feel like, now. And that's the sad part. Back in the day, it used to be, depending on what neighborhood you from, like, and I don't know, I'm from Germantown, so or Mount Airy, so that it was tight knit. Like, the community would watch over certain people and make sure they was straight at least. Or now it's like, no, because the kids are so angry. It's hatred and hurt in their heart. That's what it really is. That's what it is. Yeah,
I think also, like, now, I know it's being from Philly versus when I go out of town. We have a different type of reaction to when our people are doing great things, right? We have most of it is support, but then you look at the other side of it, like, people aren't really happy for people nowadays, right? Like, now, like, let's say I do clothes, right? Mm-hmm. And I got a homie. I actually have a collection of homies that, like, buy from every drop. And homegirls too, right? It's still, you can say about 15, 20 people. Okay. And it took me a long time to build that, right? And I had one friend, he was actually shocked I said this. He didn't really, like, buy from me that much, right? And I don't take that really personal at the end of the day, because it's like, this is a business. And I don't want you just to buy my stuff because it's from, like, I make it and stuff like that. But I said, he said, but he always posts my stuff. I said, bro, you doing something for me, bro. Like, you did that without me asking you.
Yeah.
I said, I value that just like I value a purchase. Because most times, I'm the only person posting my stuff.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So I see somebody post, I look at my mentions and stuff like that. Oh, somebody reposted my stuff.
I love that.
Yeah.
That should get me excited because it's like, a post is free and it's something that means you acknowledging it. That means you supporting it in some type of way. So
he was actually like shocked I said that. I said people have to have that like attitude nowadays, especially in business or doing something creative, man. Like, cause it's a lot of people that follow you that don't follow your friend, and then it's the other way around. Like your friend may have 3,000-4,000 more followers than you, and you never know. Somebody in Portland, Oregon saw your hoodie or listened to your song and stuff like that. So you never know, man, because people find out about stuff in so many different ways.
Yeah, that's why I do low key get in my feels when like people that I know or the people that I know I support don't push my stuff.
Okay.
Or I may know that they're not listening to it, but I don't care if you're not listening to it. It's the fact that you put like you said, a post, a reply or whatever, like a comment, just to engage in what I'm doing. But I don't really care about that. I still push people regardless of what's going on because I know it's going to come back to me. So for sure.
And the reason I brought it up, right, because like a month ago, right, I posted an artist that me you both know, MG. So my guy call me MG.
Shout out him.
And when I posted him on the reel and I posted him on my story, I posted like back-to-back weeks. I really like when I find somebody whose stuff I really like, I support it in a way, especially when I know him personally as well, right? And I had somebody reply to my story. They said like, "Bro, do you even know him like that?" And I'm like, "No, not really, but I like what you got going on." And I feel like he said it comes across as like it's like his dick getting in the way. I was like, how?
Oh,
and I
really
I wanted to bring it up because for the simple fact is like since I don't know him like that personally, I can't post his music. But I post music of people that are celebrities I don't know.
This is a narrative that I hate that that we've allowed to last for too damn long. Because it's like, come on now. Because people don't do nothing and they don't know, like, this is networking.
Yeah.
This is business.
Yeah, and then I told him, I said, yo, bro, I really mess with your music. Whatever I can do to push your music, same for you as well. Whatever I can do to push your music, if I could, I know people that work for record labels and stuff like that, people that work for podcasting companies, if I can relay the message of Leah Neveh to one of my executive friends, I will do that in a heartbeat.
It's because people aren't used to that.
Yeah.
Like, I want everybody to eat. Yeah. Even if you're not at my table, I want you to eat.
Yeah, and then also it's like, when I got that message saying, like, it's like I'm thinking, right? I was like, how? And what's the term of that phrase?
I hated that. I grew up real, what's the word? I'm blanking. My fault. I don't know. I didn't grow up really like using foul language like that. Like I grew up real proper. My grandmama did not play none of that. But when I got to high school and stuff, it's like I heard that word a lot, and it's like I feel y'all, but you can see the difference between Dickie and showing love. Yeah. When you like something, you support something, and I agree. Like people commenting happy birthday to their favorite celeb as if they going freaking comment back. Yeah. But you can't post you can't support your friend. You can't support somebody you grew up with or knew. Like I don't let that stuff get to me, honestly.
Yeah. So I said, bro, you post young boy stuff every day.
He ain't seen that shit never. He don't care.
And he would probably walk right past you. You say hello to him. No disrespect to him. I'm just saying.
He definitely would, though.
It's just like a little example. But like,
I
done met artists. I like some like platinum recording rappers from the state of Georgia and stuff like that. You can hit what I'm talking about, right? Walk right past you.
Yeah.
Act like you're not even there. You probably stream this dude's stuff 10,000 times in a year.
Yeah, it's actually sick. Like you gotta start like fucking with who's genuine. Yeah, like just because you seem like you thorough on your music don't mean you really thorough, and I feel like that's what I'm trying to put out nowadays with my music is like being authentic, being my true self and not like changing up to get the clout. Like you don't gotta switch up who you are to get noticed. Like you either be you. I mean, you get noticed, but I feel like people notice that you're not you when you're not you when you're playing something else. Yeah. Sometimes people, might be like, oh, they thorough, they nice, but I don't really. I can see through the smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, and then I think people also too, when it comes to like business or just chasing anything, I'm not too cool to do nothing.
Yeah.
Right? At the end of the day, it's like say, as a podcast grow and we need a camera guy, I got a show on my podcast thing, right? I'm not too good to do the lighting and stuff like that. That's because I own the company. I'm not too, and then also like dudes with y'all homies, right? I got a lot of homies in the studio. What do they add to you? What do your homegirls add to what you got going on?
Like
you got a brand and stuff like that. Oh, what can I help you? Like, can I help with anything?
I was just talking about this, Sean. I was really just talking about this. It's like people don't want a dickie. They friend like people don't like not like that. All right, like but people don't want to help. People don't want to see people shine. It's like, oh, I didn't have no help doing this, so they gotta do it by themselves. Like, dang, you. I don't know. I just know that once I'm at a certain particular place, if I see somebody that's starting up, that you know, I could give them some advice if they ask for it or not. I'm showing love because I want everybody to eat, but everybody doesn't want everybody to live. Like, it should be a human right for us to all, you know, get what we desire. It shouldn't be like, oh, you can't do this because you came from here, or you can't do this because I knew you back then. You used to do this. Girl, you don't know me now.
Yeah, keyword used to.
Exactly, used to.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna just say this is the last thing I'm gonna say about this point, right? The phrase digging, right? I'm gonna look in the camera and say this. Supporting somebody, bigging somebody up that you may not know or that you do know is not digging. Right?
It's not.
Promoting your man's brand, anything he got going on. I don't care if he makes platters. I mean, promoting that is not digging at the end of the day. Dick eating is hating, right? Dick eating is hating. Hating on what somebody got going on. You just had something negative to say about something. That's dick eating, right?
Yo.
And get mad at somebody supports somebody else is dick eating as well.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, people have to understand that. It's self-hatred. That's all
Talk about it, Sean.
It's self-hatred.
Give it to him.
Yeah, I've been wanting to say this for a while, man. It's like we're moving towards the point where it's okay for us to destroy each other.
Yeah.
That became cool. I used to be uncool.
To get on or to get some type of like that shit ain't going. That should just make you look bad. Validation.
Yeah, validation.
Oh, for real.
For sure. And this is like when it comes to like speaking of validation, right? People don't have their own identity.
That's why I'm trying to bring out the authenticity, I swear, because I'm starting to peep it. And at first I was like in my shell because I felt like that's the only thing that everybody likes. Everybody likes when people aren't acting like themselves. That's what they want. So I decided let me back it up. But then I realized, no, this is my time to shine. Like everybody's over here playing something else. I'm about to act like myself and just shine all the light on that because it's like, no, we gotta change something up. Something ain't right.
And then also too, this is to go for all the artists. I want to try to know something too, right? I see a lot of artists now. The main thing is they like I feel like their personality is money, and then if it's like money or sex is their personality.
It's in you, not on you.
That's their whole leading point, money, right? Like I get sick and tired of, I'm not a hater by any means, right? But like I be like, what's the script of the whole thing? Is this like a marketing employee? I see everybody has a picture or a video in a bathroom or anything with $100,000. I mean, I never see so much money a day in my life. Everybody's flashy, this and that. But did you know? I want people to know something too. Think about the top artists in the music game today. None of them flash money. I'm talking about top artists. Now, one or two of them do. That's top artists right now. But like the real top of the top. Like who you think is number one in the music game right now?
Y'all, don't ask me. Who's number one in what lane? Like singing or rapping? Rapping? I don't even know. The industry going down, if you ask me. Like, I feel like right now it's real, like, ass, if you ask me. And then it's about to, like, it's going down. Like, if it's a stock market, it's about to go down. And it's about to shoot back up with all of the new underground people like me, MG, like, people that's popping out doing their thing. Like, that we about to take over. Because, honestly, the industry is played out. It's corny. Like you said, like, even the top people, they don't flash their money, but they still talking about things that's not adding to nothing. There's a lot of stuff going. It's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, and people just choosing to talk about, like you said, money. And it's honestly, it just shows people's intelligence and where they're headed, and it shows that like people aren't really truly passionate about what they're doing because you would be talking about something more beneficial, if you ask me.
And then I also want to ask you, right? If you had the chance to do a tour, right? Mm-hmm. And you had to pick 4 people to be on the tour with you. Who would it be?
From Philly? Period. Or just period?
Period.
Ooh. What's her name? I like, dang, she's under J. Cole, Ari Lennox.
Okay.
She's a great singer.
I seen her concert at the Raw Reed concert.
Yeah, she's hard. You said 4, that's 1. I like Janae. On a rapping tip, I would want some old school rappers. No, Tiana Taylor and an old school rapper or something. I don't know, Method Man or something. Like, I like the originals, the OGs. Okay. That's who I want to rock the stage with because they actually know how to perform. Yeah. Like, we're going to put on a show.
And, he has a nice style. I could say it'll fall in line with what you do, like you and Ari Lennox, with that soulful music, but also having a rapping on the hook and stuff like that. Yeah, I like that. But guys, this is we're at the end of the podcast right now. This is our first mini collabs with this Philadelphia creative Leah Neveh. We appreciate her for coming out.
Having me.
We're finally back. I know I was on a hiatus, but we're back like we never left. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, I just want to appreciate Leah for coming out.
Thank you guys for having me.
We appreciate her so much. This is the first of many collabs with Add to the Convo and Leah. It doesn't stop here. When I say this at the end of every podcast when it comes to the artists. I know the camera is rolling, but I really want to say this to you. Whatever we can add to your conversation is what we're trying to do at the end of the day. When it comes to, I need a camera guy, I need a studio to go to, I need a stylist or something like that, or I just need advice on life and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You can always come to here. This is a safe space. Me and my camera guy, Rodrigo, shout out Rodrigo on the camera. This isn't just for the clicks and the views and stuff. This is a real life stuff when it comes to anything at all.
I appreciate that. Respect that. Exactly. Real love.